You're listening to 10 Points, a podcast with your hosts, Ash and Nicholas, where all the talk is Canadian Highlander, our favorite format from the best trading card game ever, Magic the Gathering.
Hi everyone, it's me, Ash.
And me, Nicholas.
Today we're doing another live brew, this time on 5-color control.
But first, we gotta do our best card from, and today's set is Prophecy. Ash, what's your best card from?
So, Prophecy is one of those sets that, not only for Highlander, but for pretty much every other format, has an extremely low number of playable cards. Commander probably is the most, but we're not that. I think the best card for this set, or from this set, is Rhystic Tutor, which I've got on record saying is a bad card, and I don't think is good, and I think people shouldn't play it. But it does see a decent amount of play in dedicated combo decks that need a high density of tutors.
Mostly Storm. I think it's good in Storm.
Pretty much just Storm.
It's the only deck I've ever played it in is Storm.
I think it sees play in Tin Fins. That doesn't make it good.
While Ash is out here picking cards that are barely playable, that he doesn't even really believe are good, I'm going to pick a card that I truly believe is amazing, and that card is Foil. Put it in all of your decks because it's so good. No, I'm kidding. Maybe don't do that. Foil is just my favorite Magic card. Really bad counter spell. But if you're building like Dimir Reanimator on a really tight budget, Foil is just great.
That's it. That's your message to tell the world about why they should play Foil.
If you're
build a budget Dimir
Reanimator on a really tight budget and you don't care about winning, play Foil.
Does it say basic island?
No. It's any island. And any other card.
Okay.
So it's basically Force of Will in Reanimator. Force of Will, better Force of Will, because it's one less mana.
Have you ever wanted to 3-for-1 yourself so bad?
I have slightly ironically played Foil in Canlander before, and there have been times that I have like absolutely bamboozled someone.
When you say you've played it in Canlander before, are you referring to when you played Seinfeld?
No, it was actually good in Seinfeld. Well, no, it was just necessary in Seinfeld. I have like just built decks before where I was like, you know what? I'm bored. I want to put a foil in my deck because I own a really pretty foil and I should get to play it. And so I put it in like I bet there's been like 5 Canlander decks up to this point that I've just been like, all right, I'm gonna play a foil today. And there have been a couple of times where I've just absolutely got my opponent by 3-for-1ing myself.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Now let's move on because I don't want to talk about foil anymore.
I suppose that's reasonable.
We're going to introduce our topic for today, which is we're going to be doing a live brew of 5-color control. Now, I didn't tell Nicholas we were doing this, but we are now going to reenact a conversation we had earlier about this topic when we were discussing what deck to pick. I said, all right, well, if we're going to do 5-color control, we need to figure out what the reason for playing 5-color control is. So, Nicholas, if we're going to play 5-color control, we need to have a reason to be in 5 colors. So what is that going to be?
It's so much fun.
All right, so Nicholas forgot the conversation we had earlier.
Well, that wasn't the conversation we had earlier.
Oh. Well, the point I was trying to make is sometimes you just want to brew something interesting, and that's all it is to it.
Pretty much.
And we also did medium blue, so it's not like we're going for the stars with this one.
Yeah, I mean, we're brewing a deck because it's cool. Like, we don't want to brew like an already established archetype, so let's just pick a deck that like could possibly be good, but probably hasn't seen much play. Okay, so we're going to be linking this list in the description, so if you want to look at it while we talk about it, you can, or you can not. I don't care. I think that we are playing control, and therefore should probably start off with some blue cards. See, I was actually going to go in a different direction and say that I don't think, I mean, we want to be on blue cards, obviously, but I don't think we actually want, like, that many counter spells. I mean,
so what I was going to suggest was basically points and like a few of the best counter spells.
Sure.
I don't think we need to be on a ton of counter spells too.
Yeah.
I think we're playing to the board a little more.
Our points probably just involve recall.
I imagine it's recall. I would normally want to be on Mana Drain or Treasure Cruise or Mana Drain or Dig Through Time, but I feel like reducing our mana complications is probably good.
Yeah, I think Treasure Cruise is decent.
And then we could spend our last point on... Wait, we have 2 more points. We could spend it on Mystical Tutor. That's probably a good option.
Yeah, seems good.
And I don't know. We probably want to spend our last point on Price of Progress.
Absolutely. I love this plan.
Okay, so I'm going to be doing a lot of typing, and Nicholas is going to be doing more talking. So I'm going to try and really hard to not type and talk at the same time, so it's easier for our lovely editor. So Nick, talk about other point options, or the next step if you want to do that.
Okay, well, I'm assuming we're not actually on Price of Progress, but I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave that there for now and let it simmer, and then we can revisit this later. But as far as removal goes, we've got to be on Swords, Path, Abrupt Decay, maybe Assassin's Trophy, Maelstrom Pulse.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I got Swords, Path,
Abrupt Decay.
Abrupt Decay and Assassin's Trophy?
Yeah. And I like Maelstrom Pulse. We could play the Esper instant as well.
Avoid Rand?
Yeah.
May I suggest Prismatic Ending and Leyline Binding?
No, those seem bad. I mean, like, you know, in like a 5-color deck, you really don't want to be committing to all those white pips. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, those are great.
So I think that if we're playing a decent number of gold cards, playing like Fury and Solitude is going to be better than it otherwise would be. But like if we I think we put them in now, and if we end up not being on not enough of the colored cards for them, we cut them.
I agree.
Like they're great, but like you need to have a certain density, otherwise you're always full casting them. And I don't know if Control is the deck where you want to be.
Well, a card that pairs well with both Fury and Solitude is Comet Stellar Pup, and I think it's probably good in this list.
You are living a sad life if you're pitching Comet Stellar Pup.
But sometimes it's a necessary life. I think...
You know what else is both of those colors?
I mean, I know a lot of cards that are both of those colors, but maybe not the one you're thinking of.
4th Aerolingus from Lord of the Rings... what is it called? Battle for Middle-earth? Tales from Middle-earth? Whatever this says. It's the Boros X make knights that with trample and haste and get the monarch.
That doesn't seem like what we want to be doing.
What? Are you crazy? Dude, we control the game, get up to 8 lands, cast it for X to 6, and they die.
Alright, put it in. Alright, so I think...
This is not going to be as hard to control as like blue-white control.
Yeah. I mean, we're committing to the board for sure. I just don't know if that's the way we want to be committing to the board, but I think that's fine. If we're playing that, we're on Minsc and Boo and Ren at 6. And
probably.
No, probably. Definitely.
I can't remember how to spell Aerolingus. Oh, I found it. I
cannot help you there.
Okay, so what? Minsc and Boo, Oko, Ren 6?
Yeah. We need Opposition Agent and Orcish Bowmaster.
Oh, hold on, you gotta slow down.
Sorry, Opposition Agent.
So, Minsc and Boo. I couldn't spell Minsc and Boo. Ren 6.
Oko, Thief of Crowns. Opposition Agent.
Orcish Bowmaster.
Yep.
Are we playing... Do we play the Fairy? The 2-mana Fairy Mastermind?
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I always like Flash Threats, and Vendilion Clique might be a little bit hard to cast with our mana.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I think we should be on some number of counters, though.
Yeah, we're getting to that. So, obviously, Counterspell is one of the best.
Yeah. I think
we could do mana drain instead, or both.
I think
like you're playing cantrips, so you're gonna fetch blue sources.
Yeah, I think I like mana drain because we're already on some number. Like going mana drain on 2 into like planeswalker on 3 seems really good.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put both Teferis.
Yes.
Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Time Raveler.
I think we should be on like Mana Leak.
Yeah. How do we feel about Dovin's Veto?
Seems good. Counter Squall is probably fine too.
It's just worse than Dovin's Veto, I feel like.
I mean,
I don't think we need 2 negates.
I suppose that's fair.
Like, because we're going to be on Force and Negation, probably.
You're right. We don't need 2 negates. We need 3. Play negate. I'm kidding. All right, yeah. We are
putting Force of Will and Negation.
For both forces.
I think we need more spot removal.
Yes.
So
Lightning Bolt, obviously.
Fatal Push?
Yeah, Fatal Push. We're
playing all the fetches. So. Well, maybe 11 if our mana is good, but it's not. So
no.
Yeah, you're right. Bolt is probably fine.
Probably fine. Are you tripping?
Do we want
it's
Fire
great.
Ice?
Yeah, seems good.
Fire and Ice. So I think that we could hold on. I think we could definitely see some value out of playing Mystical Teachings. We're already playing Ancestral Recall, and it also goes and gets Solitude or Orcish Bowmasters or Opposition Agent.
Yeah, and it's just a plethora of other interaction. Yeah,
it's also a great mana drain sink.
Yeah.
If you get a huge thing off of mana drain, you can just like play it and flash it back for like 4 mana.
Yeah, seems reasonable. I mean, I don't think we're playing it for that reason, but
no, but like playing things that, like, you know, it's an instant speed card draw basically.
Yeah.
That you can also maybe get some really good value off of. So do we want any of the like 4 mana draw twos like Factor Fictions?
No,
probably Memory Deluge.
I think our card advantage comes from Planeswalkers.
The stuff on the board. Yeah, that's fair. Do we want a Jace?
Yeah, Jace Mind Sculpture. I think we also want
we have a lot of Planeswalkers. We probably want a Humility. We find some good creatures.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do need some Wraths.
Terminus goes with Mystical.
Yeah, Terminus seems good. Maybe like 3
I was
thinking.
Well, what about Supreme Verdict? Just because it's the best.
Dam seems good.
Yeah, Dam was the big one, and then Deluge. That puts us on 4.
Yeah, this seems good. And then maybe like on either an Arc Trail or yeah, I think I like Arc Trail. We should be on Flame Slash too.
Yeah, that's some efficient removal. The only awkward thing is, I mean, pretty much all of our spot removal, like, it's across 3 colors, and we're gonna be on cantrips. So our, like, if you're like trying to cantrip into spot removal, you don't know what color to hold up.
I mean,
it also might just not matter.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. I mean, there's a reason 5-color control is not really well known.
So do we want Arc Trail or do we want Forked Bolt? I don't think we can afford both.
I think we have more. I think we have more in the 1 slot than the 2 slot. So I think that playing Arc Trail is better.
All right, let's look at cantrips. Ponder, Preordain, Brainstorm. Probably some more. Portent is pretty fun when you're playing any number of miracles, even if it's just 1. But it's not that great otherwise, so
yeah, I don't think we're going deep enough for Portent. Like Consider seems good.
Sure.
I mean, we're definitely playing
a Del spell.
Portent.
Yeah, sure. I had an idea just now and I forgot it. Do we want we want Uro probably. It keeps us alive.
Yeah,
and gets is pseudo wrath resistant. Only one of our wraths actually does anything with it. Permanently, I should say.
Yeah, Uro seems fine.
Similarly Croxa, but that one doesn't keep us alive as much, so I'm less inclined to do that one.
Yeah, Croxa is more of a try to win the game card.
Yeah. So, do we want like Dreadbore or Terminate? I don't know that we really need them.
Alright, I just pulled up the list while you're typing it, which is dope.
Additionally, I want to know what Terminus is. Sorry, what our hand attack plan is.
Right. There's no reason not to play the big three. I don't think we're playing.
I mean, like the reason not to is it can make our opening hands really awkward with like literally 5 different colors of 1-drops.
I think
especially because we're in 5 colors,
are the only
we're going
1-drops that we need to cast on turn 1 though, and even those don't have to be cast on turn.
That's
1.
not true. You need removal on turn 1 frequently.
But then I think it can be balanced. I mean, I guess we don't need to play them, but I think it's reasonable.
I'm not opposed to it. I just want to think it through.
What we're weak to at the moment.
The other thing is because we need to play a lot of Triomes, like because we have a lot of clunky mana, so setting up a Triomes is kind of essential. That needs to be factored in to our like you said, those are the only 1-drops we really need to play on 1, and even then it's if you want to, I guess. And we're gonna be fetching a lot of Triomes, so having fewer things to have to cast on turn 1 is probably good, because like a lot of times you want our turn 1 to be fetching for a Triume.
Sure.
Sylvan Library seems good.
Yeah, I think Aven Mind Sensor seems decent as well.
Think we need it?
I don't know if we need it, but it's a flash threat that disrupts combo. And pretty much any other deck.
Put it in for now.
Takes the initiative.
I think we might want a few more counter spells. Right now we're looking at Counterspell, Dovin's Veto, Force of Negation, Force of Will, Mana Drain, Mana Leak. That's 6.
Maybe 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. What are they gonna be though?
Trying to think of things that aren't too.
So we could do Stern Scolding or Spell Snare. Oh, Mental Misstep probably.
I like Stern Scolding. I don't really like Spell Snare.
How do we feel about Monastery Mentor? Do we have enough spells?
So far we're on 19 instants and 11 sorceries.
And 7 planeswalkers. And 2 enchantments.
Seems decent.
So let's see. What else do we need?
Right.
Surely we need more stuff. We probably need more win conditions now.
I feel like we are pretty decent. I mean,
I guess Comet, Minskamboo, Oko, and Jace are all decent win conditions if you control the board well enough. Not to mention we have Fury,
Mastermind, and Opposition 8,
Uro. That's true. Do we want to? I don't know if we have enough big instant speed stuff like card drawn stuff to be worth. What's the card called? It's it untaps all your land. Wilderness Reclamation.
No, we definitely don't want that. No, I don't think that's the path we're going. I think that adding maybe 1 or 2 4-mana card draw spells seems decent.
What do you think about Factor Fiction and Memory Deluge?
Seems good. I think the only argument against Memory Deluge is it might be a little more.
It's a little worse on the mana, but it's so good. Okay,
we could play 51 Blue's Focus as well.
That one, like, you really need more blue for that one to start doing anything.
I mean,
I think we're probably going to be...
Mental Misstep earlier. I mean, worst case... I mean, it doesn't cycle, obviously, but...
Oh, Probe?
Yeah, Probe seems good.
Probe just seems reasonable. March of Otherworldly Light. Like, we don't have as much white to pitch to it, but it's like fine.
I don't think we need March.
I'm not sure that we need it.
Like we're not.
Oh, I never put in the discard. Hold
on. I don't think we're lacking on hit anything kind of removal. Because I mean, we have Abrupt Decay, we have Assassin's Trophy, we have Leyline Binding, we have a few more things. Prismatic Ending.
Do we want a General Ferris Rokiric, or is that not good enough? We have too much monocolored stuff. I don't think it's good.
We probably want to be on, like, what, 38 lands?
Something like that. Hey, wait, are we in a situation where we can just play Bring to Light? Like, it gets Fury, it gets Omnath, Solitude, it gets...
Wait, we're on Omnath?
I'm going to say Uro. We could be on Omnath. That probably would be legit.
We could. I guess it depends on how true to the, like, control...
Hey, what is more control-like than gaining life?
You're right.
And drawing cards.
You've convinced me. Omnath is great.
Which Locus of Creation, I think, is the one. Hell yeah. Okay, hold on. What does Bring to Light do? Or like, what can it hit? I can't remember what it hits.
You should add Sylvan Library, because you never did that.
Yes, I did.
Oh, maybe I just haven't updated the...
You probably have to refresh.
Yeah, there we go. I fixed it.
Okay, Bring to Light can get instant, sorcery, or creature. Oh, I can't get Planeswalkers? Card's bad.
Yep, no Bring to Light.
Get out of here. We could play Quicken, though.
No.
We're on 16 sorceries. I love Quicken, though.
I mean, alright, how about this? You can add Quicken if I get to add Foil.
No,
your Sun Silence is...
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that one.
Sure.
So we got about 5 more slots. And then it's going to be great.
Alright.
Going to fill out the land base. I mean, then we have to, like, go through the list again and really think through, like, curve and stuff. Like, we're not done, obviously, but for the first draft.
Our curve is beautiful.
I know, for a second.
We have 18 1-drops.
That's too many. That's too many.
We're doing great. We're doing great.
We need more card draw.
Yeah, we do need more card draw. You're right. Add like Chemist's Insight or something.
I can't help but feel like we need more kill cards. Well, all these Planeswalkers kill them. I forget.
By kill cards, do you mean win conditions or removal?
Yeah, sorry, win conditions.
Yeah, I mean, we have... I think we're on a lot of win... I mean, coming...
Dude, our mana is going to be so bad.
No, this is great. I see no problems. 7 Planeswalkers, 9 creatures, all of which are pretty decent at killing the opponent. No, that's plenty of win conditions.
I feel like, do we play any dorks? Like, probably not.
No.
Do we play any way to smooth out our mana?
Our mana is super smooth. We have cantrips.
Our mana is garbage.
Silky smooth.
Our mana
okay, well,
is
our mana is garbage because we haven't added any lands yet.
Okay, I suppose that's true, but okay, you think out loud and figure out more cards while I start typing up the lands.
Okay, well, we're at 57 cards main, and did we agree 38 lands seems decent?
That's probably good. I wouldn't be opposed to 39, though.
Yeah, maybe that's better. Alright. Does Moxfield have a way to, like, sort a deck by, like, removal counter spells? Probably not. It's probably not that.
No, it does
fancy.
Not. You can tag all the cards individually with stuff and then sort it by their tags, but
that's so much effort. See,
yeah,
that's why I like building in person, because you can sort decks. Maybe we do just put a man, my brain stopped working. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Sir.
Did you say shore?
No, I said sir.
Oh, alright. Put a loose focus in this deck. We need more counter spells.
I don't know if that's the best one. Oh, you don't think we should do miscalc?
Not over. I mean, wait.
I'm down. It's just like I don't know how.
Not over loose focus. Why is it better?
Well, it cycles, and like then you like if you have 3 blue mana or 2 blue mana, you don't want to like not be allowed to play your cantrip because you can't hold up loose focus replicate.
I mean, or you like if you have 2 blue mana and you want to be holding up a counter spell, what's the difference between holding up, playing the cantrip and holding up miscalc, or playing the cantrip and holding up loose focus? Like if you're trying to hold up counter magic, I think you don't mind.
If they don't play anything you can counter, you just cycle it and you draw 2 cards.
I mean, or you could
hold it. Listen. This is not a hill I'm gonna die on. I don't care that much. I already put loose focus in. It's fine.
Sure. All right. Post in the comments if you think that loose focus or miscalc is better
in this deck.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, in this deck.
Just
in general. Just in general. All right. Am I right in saying that loose focus is better, or is Ash right in saying that miscalc is better? Just in general.
In a vacuum.
Man, I had another thing. Oh, we should add Mystic Confluence. It's a good kind of top end.
Yeah, as much as I really want to put Cryptic Command in this deck, that's probably better.
Oh, definitely no Cryptic, unfortunately.
Okay, not definitely no Cryptic. Like, we could at least argue about it.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I'm willing to like go back and forth and then say that it's not a hill I'm willing to die on.
No, it's fine.
Right.
Wait, now I'm working on dual lands now. Quick, name me dual lands one at a time.
Taiga. Scrub land.
Okay, I'm kidding. We don't have to do this whole thing. We need...
Alright, so far we're at 8 white, 8 black, 4 red, 20 blue, 1 green, and 16 multicolored. No, these are just cards.
Okay. We have 18 blue, you said?
20.
20 blue cards.
16 multicolored.
53% of our mana symbols are blue, which sounds about right.
Yeah. Maybe... Like, I don't think we're playing all 10 shocks, but I think we play, like, the blue ones.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and we have to figure out the triumphs we're going to play as well.
Yeah. I don't think we're on any more than 2 or 3.
Triumphs?
Yeah.
I think we might be on 4.
I don't agree. I think...
Also not a hill I want to die on.
I think... I mean, also not a hill I want to die on, but my view is that as long as you can fetch a Triumph on turn 1, that's all you need to do, and then you don't really want to be drawing them that much later. So just having like 2 to 3, so you have options to pick colors without having...
Alright, well, let's split the middle and just say 3.5.
All right, 3.5 triumphs.
Okay, good.
So we're playing 3 triumphs and 1 bicycle land.
3 triumphs.
We get the worst of both worlds.
So what we really want is we want triumphs that have like some of our better colors and then one of our weaker colors, so we can get our weaker color without sacrificing our good colors.
Maybe we play like Jeskai Triumph. And I mean, we probably want all of our triumphs to be blue, right?
I'd imagine so. Like that's the color we're gonna need the most of at any given point.
So like a Jeskai Triumph, maybe like a Sultai Triumph, and then maybe just an Esper Triumph.
Okay, those are the ones I did. It was your decision.
All right, sweet.
You gotta stick to it now.
All right. We're gonna win.
When the critics come.
When the critics come, they come for me.
I can never spell Bayou. I did it.
Good job. Oh wait, we're on 23 blue cards. I had an outdated version of the list because I have to refresh every once in a while. So yeah, definitely want a lot of blue stuff.
So I have all the fetches, all the duels, and 3 triumphs. That puts us at 23 lands. Do we want check lands? Do we want slow lands?
Well, first I think we do want a forked bolt.
A what?
Forked bolt, not a land, but
we probably play Reflecting Pool and. Do we play any of the Rainbow Pain lands? I feel like Control doesn't really want to do that unless you can tap it for
the Rainbow Pain
colorless.
Land. Oh,
like City of Brass and Mana Couplets. I feel like we probably don't.
I think 1 might be fine.
Okay, well, in that case, we're gonna do Mana Confluence. Because if they play a Urborg, we don't take damage still.
Yeah, I think we play all of the blue shocks, and then like maybe a Godless Shrine,
and a Mystic Sanctuary. You can't talk me out of it.
Okay.
That's a hill I'll die on.
Sure. All right. Do we want Krakus?
Probably. We probably play like 3 lands that make a single color of mana, and it's Caracas, it's Mystic Sanctuary, and it's what was the other one we just talked about? Oh wait, that was Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, and a basic probably play 1 basic. And it's probably an island.
Yeah, I mean we're not beating Blood Moon anyway.
No, it's if we get Pathed or like Field of Rend.
I think we play an island and a plains, because if we are in a Blood Moon matchup, plains gives us Prismatic Ending and Leyline Binding as options to like tutor for and hold in our hand, or like try to draw 2 and hold up.
Oh, Watery Grave, that's what it's called.
That is in fact one of the blue shocks.
The question is, do we play basic plains in Arkham's Astrolabe? Probably not.
No.
You do play Arkham's Astrolabe in 5-color Blood Moons.
That seems very like infinitely better than
in that deck.
Than in this deck.
Okay, so we got a couple shocks, a couple triumphs, duels, and fetches. Oh, and Reflecting Pool and Mana Confluence. And a basic plains.
And we need 7 or 8 more lands.
Yeah, I think Caracas is probably good.
I vote Krakus. Our mana's great. Alright, because we're playing Krakus, you can add your 4th Triumph.
Oh, you think it might get us?
Well, I think Mystic Sanctuary is going to get us.
Look, almost every fetchable land in our deck that's not a regular dual land is an island. Which is most of the lands in our deck.
Well, let's add a Triumph.
Another blue Triumph?
Yeah.
Okay, so what, you want to do like the...
Grixis. I like sticking with blue Triumphs.
It makes our Mystic Sanctuary better.
That's true. See? Problem solving. Do we want to play any fast lands?
I think maybe like Dark Slick Shores for a cantrip or a hand attack spell.
Yeah. I think fast lands are good because we're on 4 triumphs. Like if you get like an awkward hand, I think fast lands are better than the check lands here, because if you get like an awkward hand where you've got like triumph, check land, and you want to do something on 1, you can't. But if you have like Triumph Fast Land, you can either choose to play the Triumph first or the Fast Land first. That's my thought process there.
Sure. I guess I feel like check lands are probably going to be useful though. Like, I mean, so our other, we're doing a Seachrome Coast is our other Fast Land?
Yeah. And
that leaves us with 2 more land slots. I feel like we might as well just do like, I mean, we can't afford Wasteland, right? We can't afford that.
Nah.
So we probably just do another oh wait, we have 3 more land slots. We could just do 3 blue check lands. I know you said you didn't like check lands as much, but
that's fine.
I feel like some painless lands that aren't fast lands are probably gonna be good.
Yeah.
Some more of them anyways. So which one do we not want? Probably not the blue-green one.
Yeah.
We got Sulphur Falls, Glacial Fortress. And what's our last one? It's called Hinterland Harbor.
That's the blue-green one, I think.
Oh, it is. I'm crazy. It's Drowned Catacombs.
Yeah.
And now I gotta cut the blue-green one. Okay, that's 39 lands. And we have a deck.
Alright, I'm gonna hit playtest and see what we end up with. Okay, well, that sure is a Lightning Bolt, Memory Deluge, Fairy Mastermind, Solitude, Mystical Tutor, Opposition Agent, Comet Stellar Pup, Zero Lander. So we mulligan. And
my hand is actually good. It's Oko, Toxic Deluge, Prismatic Ending, and lands. It's Dark Slick, Shortest Plains, and Double Fetch.
My hand's pretty decent too. It's I guess if this is a mold of 6, one of these has to go to the bottom, but it's Deluge, Mystical Teachings, Krakus, Terminus, Winds of Teeth, Steam Vents, and Ponder.
Oh, dude, this hand is even better. You ready? So it's Uro, Thoughtseize, Ancestral Recall, Lightning Bolt, Fury, Tropical Island, Red Fetch. It's beautiful.
Jeez.
It's beautiful. Okay, what we're saying is deck broken.
Yeah, honestly, this deck is just the best deck in the format. If you're looking to build a deck, this is S tier.
No, okay, look. You ready? This hand it's perfect. 4 cards, all you need to know. Drowned Catacomb, Verdant Catacombs, Mana Drain, 4th Aerolingus.
Sure.
And another land. You just win.
There you go.
Okay, so we've determined the deck is broken, and therefore the deck wins. Good. That's a good place to be. Deck is successfully 10 points. Good. Okay, so now I guess we should look back at it and see if there's anything we want to change.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sort it or check the CMC. So
we've
got
got a lot of ones.
19 ones, 10 twos, 4 threes, 6 4s, 2 5s, 1 6, and then 1 8 technically, but that's Treasure Cruise, so that doesn't count. That seems like a decent curve.
Yeah, especially because you got to think of like half of the, well, not quite half, but a good chunk of those 1-drops are cantrips.
Yeah.
So, it's not bad.
Or like removal or whatever, but
yeah,
all of which are pretty decent.
I mean, honestly, I kind of like where this is at. Like, I think we got just enough. I would want to play test a little and see what felt clunky and whatnot, but like, oh, I forgot that we have this Ren in 6, which means we probably don't need 39 lands.
Yeah, can you think of any cards to cut, or I mean, any cards to add in replacement of 1 land? Yeah.
I feel like there's like if I was flipping through my stuff to build this deck, I would find a lot of cards that are not here that I would want to play.
I guarantee that if I were just like flipping through my collection, I would find something.
Oh! Snapcaster Mage.
Oh, yeah, that seems like a good one.
Okay. Yeah, that one.
Oh wait,
seems
Kolaghan's Command.
Ah, jeez.
I think that's better. I don't know.
Did we cut?
It might not be.
No, we want them both. We're cutting 1 land and 1 non-land.
Ooh, Riveteer's Charm is good too.
I'm cutting Goblet Shrine.
I literally just picked up a random stack of cards that was sitting on my desk that was part of Modern Jund, and I already just found 2 cards that are like really good in the deck.
What are they?
Kolaghan's Command and Riveteer's Charm. We probably don't play both
I don't know
of them.
about
We definitely don't play both of them, but
I'm doing Kolaghan's Command. I'm just claiming it.
Good.
But you got to find a cut for it.
We just cut a land.
Okay, well, and we put in a Snapcaster Mage.
Cut 2 lands.
No.
We don't need Glacial Fortress, and we don't need...
No, we don't. We're not cutting more lands.
We don't need Glacial Fortress.
Yes, we do. We're not cutting another land.
Oh, but all of the cards are so good.
We're not cutting another land.
That's the beauty of playing 5-color control, is that you can just put all of the good 5-color pseudo-control cards into one deck, and then you win.
Alright, we're either cutting Arc Trail or Forked Bolt.
No, get Gitaxian Probe out of here.
Gitaxian Probe? But that's how you know what they have.
Yeah, no, we have Black Hand Attack. That's what that's for.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, get out of here, Gataxian Probe.
All right, boom. Our deck's broken.
Deck seems good. All right, you taking this to the next weekly?
I think I have this entire list, so probably.
Okay, let me look. I have all of that. I got all that. I got almost all that. Okay, I don't have an Orcish Bowmasters. I don't have a Volcanic Island. And then I think that's it.
I think the only cards that I'm missing are Stern Scolding and Mystical Teachings and Recall.
I mean, those are good ones. Gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I'm pretty happy with the way this list has turned out.
Yeah, looks decent.
So, how about we talk about what we played last week?
Right.
Or specifically 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago was a bit of a special event. We had a Win-A-Duel tournament at our friendly local game store, playing for a volcanic island.
Notably, the only dual land I don't have.
Yeah, so Ash was really gunning for this one. And do you want to start and say how you did in your attempt to win a
sure.
volcanic island?
Yeah, I will start. I didn't write them down because I trusted myself to remember. We'll see if I do. So round 1, I actually got the bye, which was a good start. I took that time to make sure the stream was working properly. I thought that we were going to be able to save the VOD, but apparently Twitch doesn't do that anymore, I guess. I don't know. This is our first stream on Twitch, so maybe someone can tell me why it didn't work. Didn't save a VOD, so I don't have it. But I got the bye round 1, so that counts as a win. Round 2, I played against Matt Minier. He has been on our show Paperlander before, and he was on 5-color Initiative Monarch broken card pile. Really, it's like 5-color creature broken card pile. And it was a pretty close game. Or close match. I was playing Jeskai, a community member, Ep27. I think that's the number at the end of his name. Ep27 sent me the list, and I played, I believe, 98% the same list that he had been using. And I changed just 2 cards, but I deck felt very good. I ended up winning in game 3, where if I didn't win that turn, I was dead on the crackback. So we had a really close set of games. But I ended up getting there. Round 3, I went up against Matt Hugenberg, I believe. Yeah. Yes, that sounds right. I feel like I skipped a player that I played against.
You did play against Matt round 3, I believe.
Okay. Oh, no, I remember who it is. Okay, yeah. So I didn't skip anyone. He was on blue-white tempo with a small black splash. He actually played that on the Paperlander that should have come out a week or 2 weeks before this episode goes out. Let's hope that I don't mess us up there. So you should be seeing the deck he played pretty much with some slight changes, but mostly that list is what he played in. He beat me in 3. It was also a pretty close match. I ended up drawing a few too many lands in the last game, so what you gonna do? Round 4, I played it against a third person named Matt, actually. Matt Kerbal. He was playing Grixis. It's Grixis Control, Grixis Delver. It's kind of the Grixis version of Jeskai. So we were playing similar decks, actually. Just with different color pair or different color groups. And I ended up winning in 2, but they were the most fun games I played all day. It was a really good back and forth, both games. It was a good time. Then round 5, I played against Chad Bond. He was playing his signature red-green Bond list, and This one was the most interesting. Game 1, I wouldn't really call it that risky of a hand, but it ended up panning out oddly. He had a very fast start. He had a Mox start. And I am basically playing on just blue mana for several turns. Now, most of the cards in my hand were blue, but it still wasn't great to be doing that. Eventually, I was able to mana drain something, like I think Brazen Borrower, something to his hand, and mana drained it on the way back down, which got me to be able to cast my Jace the Mind Sculptor, because I was on very limited mana. And that ended up helping me turn the game around, and I ended up stabilizing at 1 life. And eventually I drew more lands and landed a Comet, Stellar Pup, which I rolled a 6, and then I rolled another 6 on the first set of activations rather. And that got to do stuff, and a few turns later, they just kind of ran away. My Jace and my Comet kind of ran away with the game. I had no business winning that game, but it's kind of a testament to not giving up in a competitive tournament. Just, play to your outs, and you can maybe get there. And then game 2 was a little more just me kind of Jeskai-ing him out. He did stuff, but I just kind of had really clean answers to everything. He played a Mana Gorge or Hydra. I Stern Scolding did, and then got to do by cantrip. It was just some really clean games. And then I landed another Comet and rolled another set of 6s, and killed both his stuff, and it was just a good time all around. That put me into top 4, which is, we cut to top 4. And then in top 4, I played up against Seth on Jeskai, I was on Jeskai. Seth was on Sultai Oracle. That was a pretty upsetting matchup for me, because I think that I'm supposed to be favored in that matchup, but I just didn't really manage to draw a lot. We kind of traded off resources, and then he drew cards and I drew lands, and that's kind of how it happened. The game I won, he was stuck on mana pretty bad, so not even sure how it would have gone were he not to be. But yeah, that was my tournament performance. I made it to top 4, so that's pretty exciting, but did not get the Volcanic Island. Nick.
Yeah. So I actually built a very similar deck to Matt Minier, completely independent of each other. I built, I called it 5-color creature toolbox, and it was just a 5-color creature deck that was just playing a bunch of utility creatures, a bunch of tutors, a bunch of initiative cards, and I was also playing a Kiki Pod package, just to have that kind of alternate win out of nowhere condition. I would like to preface this by saying I didn't see my point spread was Mox Pod, and I didn't see a single pointed card the entire night, which was, at least in the tournament games, I didn't see a single pointed card, which is slightly upsetting. I ended up 3-2. My first matchup was against Jeskai midrange. Game 1 I mulled to 5 and lost, and then the next 2 games, game 2 was a pretty good back and forth, but I got there, and then game 3 was, I just kind of stomped. I think he kind of stumbled on mana or something. Match 2 was, I was against Matt on Esper Tempo, and I knew this was a bad matchup for me going into it, and that pretty much came to light. It was just, he just has enough efficient removal and disruption and threats that he can kind of just put me off of getting to the point that my engine is going. And so he won that. Match 3, I got slightly tilted because I was against Sandy B. It was a Sandy B, a 4-color Sandy B list. And game 1, I drew my first hand, which was a 1-lander, so I mulliganed. And then I drew my second hand, which was a 0-lander, so I mulliganed. And I got a decent 5 that went land, mana dork, land into 3-drop. and I was like, that's as good as I can ask for. He was on the play. He went land go. I went land Manadork. He went land Mawlock, kill the Manadork. And then from there, the game was over for me. And so then we roll up into game 2, and I draw my first hand, which is a 1-lander, so I mulligan it. I draw my second hand, which is a 0-lander, so I mulligan it. And I have a 5, which is decent. It's land, Manadork, land, 3-drop, and I was like, oh, okay, this might be fine. I am on the play. I go land Manadork. He goes land Mox Emerald Mawlock, kill the Manadork, and I was like, yep. So I lost that match quite handily. But I had redemption in round 4 because I played against someone else on Sandy B, and this one went quite well in my favor. I did lose one game of the match due to a bit of a misplay. I don't actually remember what the misplay was. But there was one really hot line that I got to take, which was I had a Fury with a red card, an Endurance with a green card, and a Restoration Angel. And I didn't actually end up taking the really hot line, but he had an Academy Rector, and so just killing it was bad for me. So I had the option to either Fury, Restoration Angel the Fury, and Endurance away the Rector so he couldn't get the thing, or just evoke Fury and then cast Endurance. And I ended up just evoking Fury and casting Endurance because I wanted to keep the green card in my hand, but it would have been so much hotter to have pitched them both. But I ended up winning anyway, so it didn't matter. And then round 5, I technically got the bye, but I ended up going against someone whose opponent dropped too late, so they just got a free win. And I ended up we ended up playing a ton of games, but I definitely won the first 3, and then I think I probably won a good 60 to 70% of the games that we played.
When your deck worked?
Yeah, so round 5 is when I drew all of my points. I was drawing like Moxen hands and all kinds of stuff. Which my opponent had the same sentiment. Like, he was playing lands, and in some of the games, he was like, man, this hand is broken. If I had drawn this a single time throughout the night, things would have been so much different. But overall, I feel like the deck felt really good. I just kind of had some unfortunate mulligans in that one match. But apart from that, the deck felt great.
Well, good. Do you have any more comments? Anything
Nope.
else to say? Okay. Well, I just wanted to give one more big shout out. Thank you to Ep27 for helping me with my deck list. It was very helpful with sharing the list, multiple lists with me to help me find one I liked, and then giving me input on how to change stuff from a local meta when I asked about it. So you're very helpful. Thank you very much. You've been great. I made top 4 thanks to you. And if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, whatever stuff. If you're elsewhere, share it with a friend if you like it, and they'll like it because everyone likes it. But if they don't or you don't, then don't.
Wise words from Ash.
The ramblings of a madman for sure. Okay, everybody, you guys have a great night, day, time, weekend, whatever. Bye.
You just about covered them all. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the 10 Points Podcast, and don't forget to count your points.